Hey guys, it's Josephine Olivia Gross here. Today's children's book reading is called Sophia Shines by Joshua Riddock and illustrations by Mary Ibeh. Sophia Sanders is the best friend of the young protege Nazir Hopewell of the extremely powerful children's book Nazir Perseveres. Sophia is a young artist, investor, and entrepreneur. She lives in an urban neighborhood with her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Sanders. She is the daughter of serial investors and business owners. Her father, Mr. Sanders, invested in her best friend Nazir's business, which helped him create jobs for people of the community. Sophia Sanders is a supporter and investor in the popular company Dream Plan Expo LLC. Sophia is an investor and business partner of Nazir's Vision LLC. She is the founder of her own company, Spell LLC. Sophia Sanders is a very unique soul. She is constantly and consistently seeking to help others in any capacity that she can. Even at her young age, her biggest goal in life is to make a positive impact on her community and the world. She speaks to young girls and women to empower them and encourage them to always mind their self-esteem and know that they should always do their best because they deserve the best. Almost everyone who encounters Sophia is inspired or positively impacted in some way. Everywhere Sophia goes, Sophia shines. Sophia's Shelter Drive. Name of shelter building is The Place. I really enjoy helping other people, Sophia shouted. She found out there was a need at a shelter and did something about it. She called her friend Nazir and they began to plan. Mr. Sanders promised to help by driving the van. They collected many items at their donation stand. They gathered 10 volunteers to give them a helping hand. With a van full of clothes and gifts, they arrived at the place, and all of the workers and families had a smile on their face. The Paint and Sip. Sophia and her friend Clarissa are hosting a paint and sip party. Her uncle Michael, the chef, cooked a meal that was so hearty. He is a master chef, and Sophia's guests love his food. Everyone in the room is now in a great mood. Clarissa made her famous, all-natural fruit juice. For all of the fruit that she had grown, she created a new use. As everyone painted and sipped, Sophia had a bright smile. She was proud to be living in an entrepreneur lifestyle. I love myself. SelfEsteem Workshop. Sophia's mom, Mrs. Sanders, is teaching a class on self-esteem. She said, "No matter what you go through, follow your dream." The class is made up of all girls. As they let the song stream, together they chanted, "I love myself," like a strong team. Mrs. Sanders introduced Sophia as a guest speaker. Sophia started by saying, "Sometimes life is your best teacher. Love yourself and never be ashamed of who you are. As long as you remember this, you will go very far." Cleanup Crew. Sophia has gathered all of the neighborhood children to help clean. This was something that the adults had never seen. They were all motivated and singing rap songs because today a clean neighborhood is more important than their cell phones. Sophia was so excited that she began to dance. First song was J. Cole, Ridock King, and then the rapper chants. Sophia said, "The condition of our neighborhood is now in tip-top. Who knew you could get so much accomplished with positive hip-hop?" Sophia strikes gold. $10,000 piece sold. Sophia is a great artist. She has won many art shows. But when she created her latest piece, her mother's heart froze. She knew instantly that this was a classic. Mrs. Sanders smiled and said, This won't even make it out of the plastic. Sophia was invited to Art Basel in Miami. So excited, she shouted, I'm going to bring my family. Her painting sold for $10,000 at the show. It was an image of Queen Nefertiti with such a beautiful glow. Smile deep, be happy with who you are. One day, Sophia was in math class at school. Outside, it was sunny and the temperature was rather cool. She looked over at Alicia, a student who was very bright, and noticed that her head was down, and she knew something wasn't right. Alicia stood up and went to the restroom. Sophia followed behind her to help her feel less gloom. She told Sophia that she looked fat and hasn't felt pretty in a while. Sophia replied, You are a beautiful soul. Now look in that mirror and smile. Sophia and her father, Mr. Sanders, were having a talk. Every Saturday morning they go for a daddy-daughter walk. Sophia said, So much of the processed food we eat cause harm. I would like to buy land so that we can teach students how to farm. Mr. Sanders and Sophia decided to begin a $1 million fundraiser. Sophia said, I am so excited. We'll have so much fun later. After calling a few wealthy friends and community leaders, they bought the land. With their new farm, the community children started their own fruit stand. Sanders Family Catering. Mrs. Sanders is catering an event for the mayor of Atlanta. The family just arrived from a vacation in Savannah. Sophia is in charge of coordinating the event. She is also responsible for keeping track of how much money is spent. Sophia has really learned how to run her mother's business. She isn't too concerned with a social media friends list. The food and service at the mayor's event was absolutely great. The mayor said, Sophia, for next year's event, I cannot wait. Black Girl Magic Fest. Sophia is excited to co-host this year's Black Girl Magic Fest. They are honoring young girls who inspire their community to be their best. Mrs. Sanders is the host and she is fantastic. Her daughter Sophia is a great example of Black Girl Magic. Sophia loves to create great things and it shows her mother is her biggest mentor and everyone knows. She spoke to the crowd saying, Never put anything above your health. As Black women, we give a lot of love, but never forget to love yourself. Community Care Day. I love myself. I love myself. Everyone is singing that song. They are enjoying the community party and they are all getting along. Sophia and Mr. Sanders organized Community Care Day, where they serve free food, music, and the children are able to play. Local residents can also sign up for entrepreneurship and leadership classes. When they sign up, they also receive free gym passes. Sophia doesn't just want the people to be wealthy. She is motivated to help the community live healthy. Sophia introduces Spell LLC. Sophia loves painting, but she also enjoys fitness and cooking. She just finished a piece and it's really great looking. It represents everything that she does well. So she was inspired to name her company Spell. Sophia always cooks, paints, and exercises with love. And that is why her brand is as clean and fly as a dove. She has t-shirts and hats for sale as well as a new cookbook. It was Mrs. Sanders' idea. She turned and said, Mom, that was a good look. Black Beauty Expo. Sophia and her parents decided to attend the Black Beauty Expo. She invited her friend Nazir, and he said, Sure, let's go. As they walked around, they saw so many beautiful people. They were promoting their businesses, selling products, and nothing was illegal. A little girl walked up to Sophia and said, I love your brand. You inspire other Black girls to not be afraid of taking a stand. Sophia smiled and said, Thank you. I just love giving back. The magic is in my melanin. And I love that my skin is black. The end. Thank you for listening, and next Tuesday I will be reading a book called Not Norman by Kelly Bennett and illustrated by Noah Jones. Have a great day and see you next week.